So 2 steps forwards, 1 step backwards. On my Cresta with 25mm extended LCAs, I used GS300 outers and JZX100 inner rack ends, but I've since bent the existing rack ends, so I thought I'd go with some of these heavy-duty adjustable jobbies, but it turns out with the GS300 end here, it's going to be too long. So that there, where's my tape measure? I think it's out here. No, it's not. Or is it under there? Yep. Okay. So these guys, at a minimum, are 220mm, and then add the little rack spacer, makes them 240mm. Okay, so that's the minimum length, and then with this, just ignore the fact that that's the wrong size thread. I don't know what I did there, but basically with these ones, the minimum distance with the GS300 doodads is 415 or 420 with the extended rack spacer. So I think my existing distance is something like 325, maybe. Yeah, I think it's around here somewhere. I could go under a measure, but I can't be bothered. So anyway, these are too long for the rack ends that I have. JZX rack ends are only about this big. I did make a video years ago about all of this. So if you are wondering about combinations for extended LCAs, which rack ends and tie rods you should use, you can refer to that video because I have measured a lot of them. Also, Serial 9, if you look under their AK49 drift knuckle page thing, they also have a compatibility thing, which I'm going to go to refer to later on. So I also mucked up. So these, I don't know what these are off. I thought they were GS300. And you put them like that, and the wheel is kind of meant to go in here, but it kind of doesn't. But I mucked up because this thread here is way too big. This, if you have a look, gigantic. So the ones I have in my car are the same as this, but they have the smaller thread inside. So that's one thing to make sure you're getting. Whatever these outer tie rod ends, you get the one with the right size thread for your rack ends. Also, I got this thing to run on the Adaptronic. I didn't know how to make the fuel pump run off the Adaptronic. So what I did was I went into the boot. Just get a torch. I went into the boot, and it turns out this here, that's the wire, this blue blue with a red stripe, that's the wire that goes straight to the fuel pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a relay to trigger 12 volt directly to the battery to this. That'll run the fuel pump. If we were going turbo at this point, I actually wouldn't use that wire. I would, here's the fuel hat here. Hang on, let me put this on my head. All right, so here's the fuel hat here. Jesus. There's that blue wire again. But what I would do is I would put 2 bulkheads in here and then run a relay. So basically the fuel pump is getting 12 volt directly from the battery straight through the bulkhead. The reason you do that is these kind of connections can only take so much current before it starts to melt everything. So what you do is you drill 2 holes and you get these bulkhead adapters, and then on the inside the fuel pump bolts onto the back side, and then your new wiring that you run bolts onto the front side here. So there's his Adaptronic down there with the jumper harness I made. And yeah, we got it to run. We just sprayed some brake cleaner in the throttle body. Also the injectors are paired 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, which was another thing I had to sort of work out. I didn't realize that. I thought they were 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. The ignition, if it was individual coils, is generally like that on a Toyota, but not the injectors on this particular car. Go figure. So yeah, just waiting for the power steering stuff for that. I'm going to go look up what type of ends I need for this. Just a short one. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave them below. Click subscribe to see if I get the right type of tie rods to fix my car. Thanks for watching.